Residents living between Port Stephens and Batemans Bay, including Sydney and the Illawarra, are likely to see multiple days of heavy rainfall that will lead to flash and riverine flooding. Now, looking at that in some more detail, flood watches are current for large parts of the central coast of New South Wales, from Newcastle all the way down to around Batemans Bay, and that does include the Sydney metropolitan area. Now, looking at these catchments in a little bit more detail, we can see some are forecasting moderate to possibly major flooding in these red areas through here. And one of those catchments is the Hawkesbury Nepean River, where we could see moderate to major flooding depending on exactly where the heaviest falls occur this weekend and into early next week. Now, looking at this rainfall in a little bit more detail, we've already seen widespread shower and activity across the area today. And as we move into the early hours of tomorrow morning, the rain will really start to pick up across the central coast of New South Wales and really pick up as we move into the Saturday night and Sunday morning timeframe, where by then we could see widespread falls of 100 to 200 millimetres with isolated falls in excess of that. And as we move into Sunday and even Monday, we'll continue to see that rainfall occur as we may see an east coast low developing off the coast of New South Wales, and that'll act to focus the rainfall into the central coast, but also could possibly cause coastal erosion and damaging winds. But that is highly dependent on the development of the movement of this low pressure system. Now, looking further out, the rain is also occurring further north across Queensland, where we're seeing widespread falls of 25 to 50 millimetres over the weekend, with isolated falls up to 100 millimetres possible, particularly for some of our coastal zones through the northern and central coast. But at this stage, we're not expecting this rainfall to cause any major flooding risks. That flooding risk will really be concentrated around the central New South Wales coast. So looking at that again, a severe weather warning is current for parts of the central coast of New South Wales. That does include the Sydney metropolitan area through Wollongong and further south. If you live in this area, it is important to stay up to date with the latest forecasts and warnings via our website, app and social media. And you can also download the BOM Weather app and enable push notifications, which will allow you to get the latest warnings when we issue them. So with the school holidays beginning around New South Wales this weekend, it is important to stay up to date with the latest forecasts and warnings as you travel around the state, as this heavy rainfall is likely to lead to hazardous driving conditions, road closures and flash and riverine flooding that will lead to possible inundations of homes, properties and businesses. So please, this weekend, stay safe and stay up to date with the latest forecasts here at the Bureau.